Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Well, Egypt was ranked the first in Africa, the fifth in the Middle East and North Africa, and the 51st globally on the 2021 Travel and Tourism Development Index, which was issued by the World Economic Forum. Well, to shed more light on this, we have the pleasure to have this phono with Dr. Abdel, Kader, Tourism Counselor. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Ms. Amal. How are you?
How are you, sir? Well, sir, what were the main factors that led Egypt to that ranking?
Well, actually, Egypt has been on the list for the past 15 years since this travel and tourism competitive report has been compiled. And there are five major categories, that ranks any country out of the 117. Number one is the business environment, safety and security. Number two, the tourism policy and price competitiveness. Number three, the infrastructure, the airports and the highways and ports and the lodging facilities. Number four, the availability of trained human resources and the education. And number five, the culture, heritage, attractions, natural resources, and environmental policy. So really, Egypt has been lucky, because for the past 2 years, we, set up, 5 new museums. Al-Fustat, for civilization, the Hagara Museum, Sharm el-Sheikh, Kafr el-Sheikh, and the Royal Carriages in Bulab al-Ala Museum,
Yes.
So all this adds, to rank of Egypt and its weight in the analysis. We set up again and developed the Sphinx Airport facility, and its capacity has been recently, doubled.
Yes,
yes, please.
Yes, Dr. Abdel Kader, what would this mean to Egypt and would help in boosting tourism in Egypt?
Well, that means we advanced it, 6 points, 6 ranks. So we are in the 51st now on the Middle East and North Africa ranking, in our region. So this is excellent because all the hard work has been done for the culture, for the museums. And for example, now we have an excellent network of high roads, which adds to our ranking. Just yesterday, we heard about the Siemens, project, 2,000 kilometers of sophisticated highways that is going to link Sokhna to Marsa Matruh and fly people, they travel from Kader to Aswan. So travel will be, accessible and enjoyable. Plus, recently we had festivals, that will be watched by the whole world media. The Royal Parade, of the Kings and Queens mummies, from the Kader Museum up to the Al-Fustat Museum. And we celebrated in November the Rams Avenue celebrations as well between Luxor and the Karnak Temple.
Yes. So, Dr. Abdel Kader, Egypt's assessment on this indicator has improved by 6 degrees compared to the year 2019, making it one of the few countries in the world that has witnessed a significant improvement in assessment compared to the year 2019, recording 4.2 points out of 7. So, if you would like to elaborate on this point.
Yeah, as already mentioned, there are 5 major categories that, each country is subject to its ranking. So each improvement in those 5 major ranking, you get ahead and you get more points and you get more advanced in the ranking. For example, Egypt will be hosting the COP27 Climate Change Conference, inshallah, in Sharm el-Sheikh next November. So this is one of the elements, will get more ranking for this, because this is a global conference, the UN Climate Change Conference, Again, the hotel capacity, in Marsa Alam, in North Coast, and the night cruises between Luxor and Aswan, we added more, to our fleet capacity. This year, on November 4th, Egypt and the whole world will be celebrating the King Tut centennial, 100 years since 1922, when Howard Carter, discovered in the valley of the King's Necropolis, the tomb of famous King Tut. Inshallah, we look forward that next November, Egypt and the whole world will be witnessing the grand opening of the Grand Egyptian Museum, located at the Giza Plateau. So all these, cultural civil, like aviation, travel, lodging, hotels, training for the human resources, holding international conferences. All this adds to the weight and ranking of Egypt. And as you see, we advanced from 1 year to another.
Yes, so Dr. Abdel Qadir, the tourism sector in Egypt is exerting its utmost efforts in order to restore tourist flows from the most important exporting markets for tourism. So if you would like to shed more light on this.
Well, now there are really, positive indicators. For example, Egypt really, like doubled its fleet, Like we have flying destinations all over the world. Again, like Marsa Alam received weekly around from 15 to 20,000, visitors coming from Germany, from Italy, from France, from Spain, from Poland, from Switzerland, all over the world. So that shows, and reflects how our results are attractive. The services are excellent, and we've been one of the first countries in the world, to open its beaches, after, the corona endemic has been reduced a little bit, and we work closely with the IATA and the WHO regulations worldwide. So, yes. Egypt Air is carrying too much passengers in and out Egypt. We have our resorts highly sophisticated, the North Coast, the Marsa Matruh, Hagara, and Sharm el-Sheikh, Marsa Alam. And then on other fields, which makes Egypt having excellent ranks is the athletic, awards that Egypt has been winning, every day. Our sports events, our teams in squash, in fencing, in defense, we receive, about gold medals and first places, in Africa and Mediterranean and worldwide. All these are positive aspects that add to image and, vision, of the country, and it is appreciated by world media and visitors.
Yes, Dr. Abdel Qadir, what are the new markets that the Egyptian state is opening for the Egyptian tourism?
Well, one of the recent areas that the minister is working at diligently is like the mega, sea cruises, because they travel all the world from the U.S. port, coming to the Mediterranean and traveling through the Suez Canal, going to the Far East and GCC countries. So these sea cruises, they travel and they have 3,000 or 4,000 passengers. So the Ministry of Tourism is working, with these corporations, so that, we'll make flash tours and, quick trips. When the distant park, like in Alexandria or Port Said or in Safaga, so visitors will be capable to visit, for example, Luxor, via coaches, or when they are in Port Said, they can come to Cairo and catch the cruise in Alexandria or the other way around. So this is some of the direct approaches the minister is doing. They're working closely again with the charters worldwide, because the charter business, is the main gateway to bring visitors, from many destinations worldwide, because it's affordable and it's short-term, tours. So this is some of the new areas that the Ministry of Tourism and Mr. Amr al-Qadi, the chairman of tourism, has been working on.
Yes, Dr. Abdel Qadir, actually since President Abdel Fattah Sisi came to office, the field of tourism and antiquities is witnessing that many places in Egypt is witnessing renovation and restoration work, like what we are witnessing nowadays since years, restorations in Old Cairo, in Khedive, Cairo, in many parts in Cairo, and also in several governorates in Egypt. How do you see the importance of this, or if you would like to name some of the renovation and restoration work that is taking place in the country?
Yeah, really, look at the great work that has been done and achieved, at Al Fustat area,
Yes.
This is the earliest capital when Amr ibn al-As landed in Egypt, in 640 AD, so the whole area has been neglected over long time of years. But
Yes.
now, for the past 20 years, And recently, the government has been working about upgrading the area where we had a beautiful lake, we have sightseeing, and we have the Great Museum of Civilization, the Fustat one, which is winning world recognition now. Every day, like VIPs and dignitaries, they come and visit it and admire it so much. So the whole area has been renovated, like Magra al-Ayun, the aqueduct, has been neglected for about hundreds of years. Now it's becoming a tourist attraction, a beautiful one. Look at downtown Cairo,
Yes.
like Khedive Cairo. Well, the government has been working, like hard to, like upgrade, like the status of the classic buildings that has been for 100 years. So Cairo is becoming now look more beautiful, and the Mugamma building, like the main complex in Tahrir Square is going to be a 5-star hotel. So all this adds, like to attractions the country has, and visitors enjoy. For example, recently this year we opened a museum at the Cairo airport, for travelers when they come in or we through like transit trips, so they can spend 1 or 2 hours, like reviewing a glimpse of Egyptian antiquities and heritage. So all this, like adds to the facilities and attractions and ranking of Cairo as a tourist destination as been outlined.
Yes, I thank you very much for your time, for your valuable information, Dr. Yahya Abdel Kader, the Tourism Counselor. Thank you very much for joining us over the phone. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for following me in this segment. My name is Amal Mukhtar. Please stay tuned for more in The Breakfast Show.